Washington leads the country in women entrepreneurs. 42% of small businesses are women-owned, with over a third already hitting that $1 million mark. But also the U.S., men still dominate in scaling big. So how do women prepare to grow and win in Q2? Joining us to tell us all about it, Lynn Whitbeck, founder and CEO of Strategic Sales Queen. Hello.
Hi, welcome. I mean, I'm so glad to be here. I should.
No, welcome. I love it. This is great. So we've got the talent here. That's what I'm hearing with that intro. Tell me more about the women-owned businesses here in the state.
Well, I think Washington has a really unique culture, and that's what sets us apart, because women are really thriving in this state of founding businesses and then taking their businesses to that next level, truly stepping into being CEOs and breaking that $1 million revenue mark. And that creates so much economic impact and power in our state. I think it's totally cool.
It is. And with International Women's Day yesterday and International Women's Month, this is an exciting time to talk about this. You say women here aren't just starting businesses, they're really scaling. You touched on this. What do you mean by that?
So when women start businesses, come on, we're doing it all. We're managing our family, we're managing a business, we're doing all the things even for ourselves. And sometimes it's really hard to get past that and start working on your business. And when you scale, you really make that CEO shift and you start working on your business so that you step into the leadership of delegating, not doing it all, doing only the things that you should be doing so that you can truly grow your business. That's the scaling piece. So now you're hiring people, you're becoming a W-2 employer. You are building more and more revenue, you're contributing to the economic impact. And I think the best part is that I believe that as women grow this, we can have that economic power to change some rules. And there's some that need to be changed.
Ooh, okay, that's a tease. And once a business starts, it's really just the beginning. So how do you sustain it all?
Well, sustaining that business is about having the right people with you, supporting you, and being a part of your growth. And for women, we can often become overwhelmed, we get stretched too thin, and we're just so focused on working in our business like we're the only ones that can do it. Mm-hmm. I literally know somebody who's running this amazing business and she feels like she's the only one who can do it. From packaging and shipping, I'm sorry, but that's crazy.
You gotta delegate. I'm talking to myself here. I gotta delegate.
Exactly. And so that's one of the biggest pieces of that shift, that women need to have that supportive community and the right, femtors that we're gonna help them make that break so that they can see themselves as the CEO, as the leader, so they can then step into that role and be the boss.
Oh, yes. And why is Q2 in the year so important? I find this fascinating. I didn't know we had to focus on a specific quarter.
Well, ironically, more new businesses were formed in January of 2026, according to the census, than almost any time since pre-COVID, 36%. So that means women have stepped into business ownership and entrepreneurship, and they're just getting started, right? And well, they're already starting to hit some stumbling blocks. So they had some big goals, they had some milestones they wanted to hit, and they're already feeling the pressure. For established businesses, they also set their goals, and now we're at the beginning of the end of Q1, and they're looking at what needs to be pivoted, what needs to be refined, where are they landing, and what do they need to do to hit Q2 strong and really accelerate that growth so they meet all their goals for 2026. So whether you're a new business or you're an established business, this is a critical pivot point so that you really assess what's going well, what needs some work, and what just needs to be dumped and, reconfigured.
What advice do you have for someone that's starting, a business for the first time? Because I'm sure it can be kind of overwhelming, but what tips do you have?
Have a really solid business plan. And that includes having a sales plan. If you can't sell something, you're not going to stay in business. Short of having a whole lot of money behind you. So when you start a business, having that plan and really identify who are your ideal clients and how you're going to really attract and connect with them, the product and service that you're going to provide to them, and really from their perspective, because they're the ones who buy. not from your perspective. And so that's part of that shifting your thinking, because you're thinking at a higher level. It's very strategic. And this sets you on the right path. The second thing is to have a community of support around you. I'm sorry, but we don't do it alone.
No.
It takes a village.
It does.
And when we're in the right room with people who've been there and done that, and they can give us a perspective that we don't see, we have blinders. I have blinders. And when we get that alternate perspective, suddenly things click and you go, oh my gosh, there's a better way, there's an easier way. I never thought of that.
Absolutely. And you have a summit coming up. Tell me quick before we go.
Yes, we have the 2026 Women's Success Summit. And this is a really exciting event. It's an activation experience. It's not just like talking heads in a panel. It's designed for women to really step into that CEO leadership role, to take away actionable items they can immediately apply in their business for growth and sustainability and clarity around what and how they're going to go about it. And it's a really exciting opportunity for women in the entire greater Seattle area and the state to join us.
Amazing. Lynn, thank you so much for being here. And as Lynn mentioned, there will be a Women's Success Summit on April 13th at the Hilton Garden Inn. We'll have more details on our website.